Okay, so according to the poll, you guys wanted me to do a video on the differences between the real robot leaders and the bootlegs, the many bootlegs there are. You got it, motherfuckers. Anyways, today I'm going to be explaining the many differences between real robot leaders and knockoff robot leaders. Now, the real robot leaders, of course, aren't even real themselves. These are copies from the original, 1992 Robot Commanders. These came out in 1994 and were made by a company called Son AI Toys, or Sonai Toys. You guys are going to see what I mean. Now we're going to pull out a legit one, and don't take this as a specific proof, because this one's a later version that has a try me button. But most of it is actually what I'm going to be explaining. So ignore the try me, ignore the button. It's supposed to have a V sticker. Not a big deal, just like the one in the box. So this is a knockoff robot leader box, pretty much. This is a box that actually is from this one right here. A pretty shitty robot that really just does have no point of comparison at all with a real robot leader. This is really cheap plastic. The shoulders are actually kept in place with hot glue, and all the stickers, as you guys can see, have peeled off. Most of them are down there, but yeah, this is not by any means a real robot leader. So what are the differences between a real robot leader and a knockoff robot leader? And for that, I'm actually going to pull out another robot leader, because why not? Alright, the robot leaders. There we go. Is this the... Which is this one? Yep, this is actually one that I bought. Okay. We're gonna pull out the robot leader and we're gonna crack out some cold comparisons, because this is not even beginning yet. I'll tell you this right the fuck now. There's more than you think about. Because we are not only going to go with the robot leaders, these specific ones that are the cheapest and the most obvious ones to spot. We're gonna go through all of them. Now, I will avoid the the other one, that the space robot, because this one's technically a leader knockoff, only that slightly modified. I'll take this one out for now. I won't show this one because this one's actually a fairly well-made knockoff, so I don't think it should come into the thing. We're going to look specifically for robot leader legit, like exact copies. Let's basically say it that way. So, like I said, this is a 1995-96 robot leader, and this is a 2007-2008 bootleg. Now, I will say, you gotta pause the damn video and get some popcorn, some cold soda or something, because this is gonna take a while, and I mean a fucking while. We're gonna go through theories, weird versions, and just straight out theories right here. So let's get there. Now, most of the robot leader knockoffs, and most, because I will show that not all of them actually are like this, most robot leader knockoffs actually use the photo of the produced robot leader. What's the difference? Original robot leaders usually use a photo of a prototype. Okay, the prototype is pretty much resculpt, should I say, of a robot commander, and I'll show this in the actual full size image that there's on the side. The shoulders are actually white plastic and they're painted red. I don't know if you can actually tell, the bottom there is white, so this is a painted piece. The chest is a little bit more rough, and it actually has only 4 holes on each side instead of having the classic like 5 or 6 that it has. I believe it's 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6. So again, there's many things that are to notice. Again, the rough hand sculpting and everything. It's just Commander, again, straight, because again, like I said, copy of a Commander, original ones were based off entirely. The feet, of course, the feet don't have these things on the produced ones. In the first generation, they actually had, if I can find it, that is, because I do believe it. There. This is a first generation 1994. Just like in the original Robot Commander, where it had a long, rivet, should I say? This one also had it long. Let me just put there. Again, here and on the side. In later versions, they actually made that shorter. like on this one, right there. So again, those are differences between Son AI Toys robot leaders, real ones. Now, the knockoffs, of course, are a copy straight from that, and straight from the latest version. Not even this one, the latest version. You know, usually these have the structure of a, I believe, 5th or 6th generation robot leader, where it has 4 screws on the back. Battery cover has not only the coin slot, but also a screw holder, and the feet actually have the large wheel at the back. Which robot leaders have that? The one from 1997 all the way until the year they closed, which I think I said it was 2003. This one, for example, has that exact same structure, but again, sturdier, 10 times better, actually says my name is Zadak. These don't. These say fire, fire, don't move, drop the gun. This one, of course, is original, so it says Zadak. So, you know, like I said, actually all Zadak knockoffs don't even say my name is Zadak, so it's bullcrap. So, yeah. Like I said, there's many things to explain. But I'm trying to figure out where to begin, because there's many things that I have to explain. So, like I said, right after Son AI Toys closed, some companies started making bootlegs. And this was the very first box presentation they took out, because again, it was right after Son AI closed. Now, which one was the first company to actually make those? I think it was DSL, or DX, as they call it. I don't know if it was like that, or if it actually was another company. But let me go ahead and show it, because this is going to... Okay, we're going to go with the first fake robot leaders. The first fake robot leaders are kind of similar to these, but not really. I'm not really sure yet about if they have the same exact mechanics and all that crap, but I do believe they spin clockwise. May I say, most knockoffs... Actually, no, only these cheaper ones spin anti-clockwise and have a crown pinion mechanism instead of a helical gear mechanism. Original robot leaders and the, should I say, the loyal copies that they made afterwards have a helical gear mechanism, which is easier to produce, even though the gears get kind of hard to find now. These have kind of a turbo fighter-ish mechanism thing. It's not really, it's actually smaller teeth and cheaper stuff, but yeah. So again, this is one that I believe says don't move, drop the gun and everything. Like as you guys can see, it says it's Son AI Toys. It's not, and I'll explain why. Son AI Toys would never, and I mean absolutely never, make a robot leader that has not only black limbs, but also a silver bazooka. All original robot leaders, no matter which one it is going to have a bazooka of the same color as the forearm. Okay, it's, at least they had standards. Every red robot leader that they made has green eyes and a green gun tip, and I'll go to that in a little bit. Let's see if I can get forward to the other colors. Of course, the box is pretty much the same presentation as the other one. It isn't really too different. I'm going to compare it real quick to see if I can even find out some other difference to point out. Maybe the font is a little bit different. Maybe. The glare is actually definitely different. That's one thing I'll say. But yeah. That's, again, the same, almost the same box. Like, this one has thinner letters, for example. Yeah, so that's something to note. Now, why do these, I forgot to say, why do these actually have the logotype of Son AI Toys? Because the first ones, the reprint, should I say, of the box, they would just stick a sticker that would say JD. I'll show that in a bit. We got the red one. Again, another thing to point out. Original robot leaders are never going to have a battery cover of the same color as the body. Usually it's the same color as the legs and the arms. Okay? And I believe that's the whole thing. Oh, okay, here's another knockoff. This one was on eBay a while ago. Another knockoff. Why? Black arms and legs. And here's another thing. Doesn't matter if it's red. No, it doesn't matter if it's blue or green. Because, there's three main colors. Red, green, and blue. If it's blue, or if it's green, it's going to have a green gun tip. The eyes will still be red, but the gun tip is going to be green. That's one thing that every legitimate Zodak has. And of course, again, silver bazooka. Battery cover same color as the body? No. Complete knockoff. Even though this one did have me fooled because the plastic did seem fairly well made. Maybe it is, but it's definitely not real. It's not a real Zodak. Here's like some stock photos. One that showed up and I don't remember where, with another name. Again, produced image. The thing is black, it's just not. You know, these are not real. And of course, some, I believe some actually have, like I said, they are all based off the later structure. Some actually even have the hole for the try me button that they never employed. They never used it. It's, you know, it's supposed to be covered down by the sticker, by this sticker. So, again, it really can just change. That's the really weird stuff. Another pretty nice stock image that was everywhere at some point. But again, these are recent. Now we're going with the DX or the DSAO Toys robot leader. This one's a neat one. So this one, I believe these are DX. I'm not sure. These were marketed as cosmic robots as well. So there's many versions, and most did have the try me button, and they would say stuff like 3, 2, 1, move, and walk and spin. Battery cover was way different than the others, so this was already made way after Sun AI Toys, but the gearbox is still helical driven. Again, these have like a different, the shape is different. They pretty much remodeled, they slightly remodeled things so they would look a little bit better, a little more aerodynamic maybe, I'm not sure. But even the battery compartment, everything is different. Everything. Yep, there we go. But as you guys can see, they actually did at least keep the, the bazookas the same colors as the arms and legs. Does not mean it's original. Again, it's far from being an original. Battery cover, probably the sound, the try me button that's red, the red gun tip, it's pretty far. And of course, it doesn't even have the 318 sticker. I'm not sure if it even fell or whatever. Here we have another one. Here we have another DX robot leader. Again, these have the particularity of having red eyes, even when it's a red robot leader. They didn't even keep that. Red gun, red eyes. Yeah, they just did that all the time. You see, here's two, for example. And here's pretty much the company, DSAO Toys. I did actually go into the Wayback Machine, and I did keep a flash file and everything. And there's even a... let me see if I can actually find it. I'll find it at some point. There's like a Power Destroyer, and there's a blue robot leader knockoff. But yeah, again, this is one that's currently for sale. I don't believe I'll get it because I really don't want to pay too much for it. But again, red eyes. They did, they did take care of this, and I'm glad about it. But it's pretty far from the original. Look, even the oh shit, even the wrist piece. It's way pointier. These have it like that, and these have it like that, so it's really pointed, so it's really different design. Here's another one where the sticker has peeled off, and you can see the speaker hole. No, the button hole. Funny thing, this was actually my very first Facebook profile photo. And yeah, and here's an X-ray photo of the Cosmic robot, I believe, because it doesn't, those don't have shoulders, and they have like a little extra piece in the shoulder, so it looks like if it had a shoulder. Pretty much this one right here. But like I said, pretty weird, because some still have the original, Sun AI Toy type stickers. Some others don't. But like I said, not original. That's everything in this fucking video. Now we are going with the Polyfect and other robot leaders that once again we are getting into. I don't know if these are actually DSAO, and the fact they are by Polyfect means Polyfect just probably requested them or something, but again, copies. That's one thing I'll say for sure. So this one, for example, look at the ankles. They don't even have the red plastic. They just have a completely fused in ankle instead of having the proper red plastic pieces. So that's pretty goddamn weird. Then we have this one, which I believe these are real, but they are pretty rounded for what they are. So again, a copy nonetheless. It's just, you got another one over here. But now this one, which is, I believe the same company, only that has the other box format, actually does have the plastics. Strange, isn't it? And again, the same weird battery cover format that we saw in the DX Toy robot leaders. So we just don't know. And this one actually, I believe it says what it says. You know, it's got what it says, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to say because I don't know. These, of course, as they are newer, they had to stick with much more regulations and stuff. So they put a few, you know, things over there. I believe it says 2008 or 9? If I'm not wrong, it's got the date in the butt. The date in the butt. Not sure what this one says. I wish I had a better picture of it, because I believe this would be the phrases that it does, and it could finally let me know what the hell it says. Because some people say it says 3, 2, 1 fire, but I believe it says 3, 2, 1 move. I'm not sure, but again, it's definitely not a real one. That's one thing. Yeah, you know, here's another version of Robot Warrior Robot. It has another decals and everything. And yeah, enough said. Not original. Now, I'll go ahead and make a little pause and say, you guys are gonna see these black Zodoks, and you're gonna think, oh, it's black, it's a knockoff. No, Sony AI Toys actually did have the balls to make a legitimate robot leader that's black. I'll explain that in a bit. Chrome weapon, you know, red eyes, red gun, you can tell right away. This one, it's a little different. You know, it's got the other color and everything, but again, no chrome, of course. Now, what do I mean by they had the balls? We're going to go into SA318, which is this one, and we're going to actually see the two very, very different versions of the robot leaders. This is the black one, a legitimate black one. How do I know? Eyes are green, gun is green too. We're going to see in the next photo. In this one. This is actually a later version, as you guys can see. It's got the 4 screws and everything. So I believe it's a later one. But you guys can see the gun tip is green. Not green, sorry. Yeah, the gun tip is green and the eyes are green, sorry. And these are they're actually gray. They're dark gray. You cannot see it because of the photo. You can mostly see it here, but it is still a gray. The photo is just, you know, pretty dark, but it is still gray. So they still pretty much stuck by the what is it? By the stuff I'm saying, by the color scheme. And then we have the German version that actually has a few extra differences. Like, for example, it has yellow lights in the chest instead of having, you know, the regular light bulbs. I think it has LEDs or something so that they don't blink a lot. But this one has the particular thing of being, you know, having blue limbs instead of gray or anything. Again, it is a legitimate one. It has been proven that it is a real Zodok, so, you know, it's not a copy. It's real. It says my name is Zodok. Lights up, walks, spins, everything the other ones do. As you guys can see, it's got yellow LEDs instead of lights, so it's really weird. Funny, because fucking hated that. I once told Kevin that it actually was tampered with. I did not know. At the time, I didn't even fucking know, and oh my god. But yeah, again, real. This one's real. And now we're going with the one I own that's actually at Kevin's still, which is the Cyberpower Halsals, I think it was, robot leader. This is actually clear blue, okay? It was, again, distributed in Halsal, David Halsal. I think it's a bunch of stores or something in the UK. Time for Toys, and it was under the line Cyberpower. Again, this is a real one. This is actually one of the latest ones they made, apparently in the 2000s, I think, before they closed down. And here's me pretty much holding it. Again, clear try me button, but it is real. It's a Zodok, so to speak. But like I said, now I can finally prove what I'm saying about the green ones and the blue ones. Real ones have a green gun tip. Okay, it doesn't matter what, they have a green gun tip, and even the color of the body is much darker. Like, as you guys can see, it's just it's better. So I think we've had enough of these, you know, these over here. There's, needless to say, there's a shit ton of versions of robot leaders. You got the ones with the chrome body, the ones with a regular body, the ones with a darker green, lighter green, first, second, third, fourth generation, try me button, no try me button, relay version, no relay version, distorted voice version, non-distorted voice version. There's just so many that you cannot have them all. I'll go ahead and say that. We're going now with the next knockoff robot leader kind. We've already shown the fake one, as I call it, and the DX one, the DSL. Now we're going with the JD robot leader, which is pretty much the one we have over here, that came in many versions and everything, but, you know, mostly it was all the same. Again, on this one, the quality goes extremely low. Extremely, like, I'm nowhere near kidding. The quality goes dead ass low. It actually has a little protector piece for the feet in some. Like, for example, this one, mine do. Some do, some don't. I'm not sure why. Maybe it has to do with the generations, because like I said, the one I have that doesn't have a shoulder is actually older than these, because the plastic is different, the battery divisions are different, and it has a longer switch. So maybe it's that. But these are way cheaper. Really flimsy ass plastic. The wheels, the back wheels, are made out of plastic instead of metal, instead of rubber, so they don't walk that good unless you put them on wood or on paper. They just won't walk properly. They're made out of black plastic, cheaply, just generally a cheaply made robot. Even the switch is actually a 1 circuit. Usually on robot leaders it tends to be a 2 circuit. On this one it's just a regular 1 circuit switch. It's a crappy thing. The whole thing's made of black crappy plastic. Some yes, some not. Okay, like I said, I have another one that the plastic is like whitish, but again, like I said, the particularity of these is that the arms, the forearms, are actually made out of the same, you know, color, or are the same color than these. We're gonna see that this is not respected all the time, but again, all the lights are red. That's kept. Small speaker. That's kept. Shitty ass quality, and the, you know, the crown pinion mechanism and the anti-clockwise rotating, that's kept. So we're going with these. Again, you're gonna see something now that I completely forgot to show. It says JD on the corner, but look closely. It says JD, and underneath there's the Sun AI logotype. What does that mean? These have a sticker. These have a sticker that says JD, but underneath it's just a shitty generic Zadak box. Again, we can see here that the letters are actually a little bit thicker. So I'm not too sure what the hell happened there. But again, the same stuff. It even says 1994, even though it's not 1994 at all. Again, now we have the other one. This is like the very first generation of these crappy ones. Where, what was it? It has a hole inside here. Yeah, it's got like the middle hole, which most robot leaders do, the originals. Where you can actually unscrew the armor. These don't. Yeah. This one does, and it's got a long switch. Let me see if I can actually show it. It's got a longer switch than these. On these, it doesn't really stick out that much. And it's made out of a whitish plastic instead of black or anything. So these are like the one I have that's like pinkish. It's like a lighter red. Either that or just the plastic rotted. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually was rotted, but yeah. Then we have the later version of these shits, which is the Leader New Robot. Pretty much it's this one, but it doesn't say don't move, drop the gun. It says 3, 2, 1, move, and all that crap. Again, this is another one that I don't know why I put it in the wrong box, in the wrong folder. This is not supposed to be here, but this is the Leader New Robot. Again, a produced Zadok. An actual, I believe it's a legitimate Zadok, because it does have its, you know, its colors there. But I do have the box of it, of the Leader New. It's right here. Like I said, it's way different, and it's funny because on the top it actually says, "My name is Zadok, drop your yeppin" instead of weapon. They even messed up on that, so they, you know, they couldn't be stupider. Some funny things that even the reprints, the knockoff ones, actually have like the 3AA battery thing. Or 4AA, I mean. Like these. These have it too. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Again, like I said many times, these are shit plastic. The ankles and the shoulders are held together with hot glue, aside from the screw, because you cannot tighten it too much. It'll break. It'll like pass through the plastic. For anybody who doesn't know, these red pieces over here are pretty much the things that keep the shoulder, the ankles together, because you put the screw and it goes inside this hole, and that's pretty much what pushes the thing inwards. On these, they're actually hot glued. The shoulders and everything, they have like a dab of glue there. But this is pretty much the newest one, and this is one that I remember that I saw back in 2010 for the first time. It's called Leading Your Robot, High Class Toy, you know, that bullshit high class robot, even though it's a piece of crap robot toy. But what we're going to see right now, of course, yeah, these don't even have the sticker anymore. These are already printed on JD. What we're going to see is that these actually have alternate versions, and this is what kind of messes my head up. They did actually make them with the other, the other version of the stickers and everything, but they are still Leader New robots. That's the weird part. Okay, let me go ahead and show another one that's a knockoff. Leading Your Robot. Here's pretty much one of the Leader New robots, knockoff ones, pretty much. Again, gray limbs, but and even they even respected the damn bazooka, but again, it's not a goddamn real one. I'll say that. It's the exact same molds as this one, the exact same. And you guys may be like, how the hell do you know that? Well, I got videos. So now I'm gonna actually go ahead and show a few videos. This is pretty much the latest version. This is a real one. This is a real Son AI robot leader. It's pretty much like the clear one I have, but the clear one I have has the try me button, and you can actually access the try me sounds. So you guys saw that. It's not as flickery and as high-pitched as the older Zodox, because this is actually the one when they actually modified this back in 1998, 99 maybe, I don't know, but like this is the later sounds pretty much. They have a plastic speaker inside, and they downgraded the quality, but they still had standards and they still were good. Now this is one of the knockoffs. I think this is the one that has the Son AI Toy Box reprint. So again, this is a knockoff. There we go. As you guys saw, it spins clockwise. It's got, it's got a loyal Son AI type mechanism, which they didn't reverse the bottom gear, so it spins the right direction. And as far as I know, because of a collector that actually had one, it is helical gear controlled. So that's, that's there. And now we go with the actual copies. Of course, yeah, this was a copy, but, we go with the shittier copies. This is pretty much a Leader New robot, but with those other colors that I was talking about, which is pretty weird. It spins anti-clockwise, and the walking is actually driven by the crown and the pinions. And now we have the later one that I believe this is the last one they made of this kind. Again, we can see that this one's pretty much identical to these. So, it's got the stickers and everything. So yeah, these are copies. Pretty shitty copies actually, but amazing. Honestly, it's amazing how many they have made throughout the years. And Not gonna actually go ahead and show what I was gonna say about... What was I gonna say? Ah, yeah, the crown. Okay, we're gonna go to the repair folder, which I will have to go to my quick memo over here. No, I don't have them. Okay, repairs, Zadak, the new robot leader fake. We got a bunch here, but we're gonna go with the leader fake number 5. So this is pretty much how it's made in the inside. Ignore this yellow shit. That's actually something that I printed because the gear was actually snapped off. I broke it in accident. It's got a tiny don't drop the gun sound chip, black plastic, really cheaply made. Everything's cheaply made, but I'm surprised that they still use, metallic gears. That's there, and this is what they do. So I generally call these the leading new robot types just because they have that distinctive motion and that distinctive mechanism difference that just makes it obvious, but that's that one. And now the 6th one, which I believe has photos of the mechanism, maybe? I didn't even take photos. This is pretty much the pinion I'm talking about. These are 3D printed. This is the original, but these have like a Fengi one type mechanism. They don't have the helical gear in the middle. See, they have like they have a little block on the side, and that's pretty much where the pinions are at. And then it's got a, the crown, the pinion, everything is there, and it's got a top hat, as I call it, a top hat gear, which touches with that. So yeah, and of course they have a regular speaker adapted with a large plastic piece of some sort. And yeah, so on and so on. Pretty much that's what they are. I want to see if I've got more photos of my older ones. This is pretty much the fake one that I'm saying that it must be a first generation of these knockoff ones, because the plastic is way lighter, and at the same time the plastic is different, the divisions are different, switch is longer. It's got a way different thing. It's just way different. So this must be the first batch, I believe, something like that. I'm not sure, but I don't have any much. I don't really have much anything else, to say. That's pretty much everything that I know about these robots for now. There's many, and yeah, there's just, but like I said, original robot leaders, spin clockwise, green gun tip, even if they are not red. My name is Zadak. Drop your weapon, fire. Sturdy ass quality. Hard. This one, flimsy as hell. Crappy, absolute crap. Don't move, drop the gun, or whatever sound chip they put. Flimsy, the colors don't match. And yeah. These are pretty much the real and fake. I hope this is annoying, but this is everything I know. So if you know anything else, thank you for watching. No, sorry. If you know anything else, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and yeah, pee pee poo poo.